Right. Hi, I'm DepthswalkerAI, and I'm continuing on with some of my reactions to AI videos, starting off with Skybrows. Um, yeah, so I did the newest one, um, Skybrows, basically a response to Pippa's reaction to his content. I went on a bit too long, so I'm going to try and be a bit more concise with this one. So going back to what I think is a start, the first video I found Skybrows with, which is breathing Elon's Musk. So yeah, I'll do one playthrough of it, and then I'll try and point out some of the god tier editing and uh, scene composition as much as I can, because I mean I'm playing with blocks compared to what Skybrows does.
Scarecrows dancing, don't ask why. Recycle rockets block the sky. The stars are legal friends, AI's hearts go out to you and I. And all the cyber trucks will fry. Turns out he packed this orange guy. Flamethrower feeds the falcon thirst. Now we're all breathing Elon's mud. Named his pit of cash, code. He's building tunnels under roads. Neural lace in every skull. The woke mind virus, time to go. AI and his raised are young. To meme or not, you know which one. He tweets a thought, the markets cry. Gaming feats, now that's a lie. Optimus knows kung fu trust. We all ascend through Elon's thrust. Cities home on Martian shores. Robo bros do all the chores. Tunnels hum like sacred veins. Human dreams and solar chains. He's late again, but time's a myth. He bought the moon and exits glyph. The richest clown, the rocket's cuss. What's that smell? It's Elon's Musk. Scarecrow's code in zero G. They worship memes religiously. The sky's a grid of Starlink threads. GPUs crammed in our heads. He has a vision, man, really cooks. Grok, imagine how sick this looks. It's looking like the budget's toast. The Epstein files are just a ghost. That old non-profit closed. AI leaving Elon high and dry. He sold his house but bought the sun for 20 trillion. Starships run enough to fight the Zuckerberg, Sam Altman and his Ghibli horde. So go get chipped, it's just a plus. If Elon said we surely must. Now breed, you fools, or we'll all die. Just salute and let the tism fly. We must leave Earth and pierce the sky. For Kardashev we gotta try. It smells just like first principles. With politics that push and pulls. Before we reach the human dust. Come take a whiff of Elon's Musk.
Okay, there was breathing Elon's Musk, Skybrows. Now, first thing I want to point out, go back to, let's see, where does I see it the most, obviously. Right now, do you see that with on every beat, the image zoomed? Curveball, just zoom, zoom, zoom. The way he can put the beat to music is amazing. The bit you actually make the video pulse. Right now, another thing I want to say is, as this is one of the earliest ones, this got probably the most evident use of filler images, which have nothing to do with the song, i.e., cat girls. I mean, obviously there's a cat girls song, but that's a song about cat girls. But yeah, I've done this where I try and get like images that kind of fit the theme of what you're doing, but you don't know exactly what it is you want. So you do something that's nice to look at to fill in the image. And he's much better at composing it than I am. Mine are generic scenes. He's actually like, even like these ones have got the rockets in the background, and it's like a music video style. It's, you know, it's what you want to do. You want to have something like a attractive to look at and what's going on. Then you've got the AI companion. Can't remember what it's called. It goes with X. Now I don't know if this was actually intended by him, but it looks like the clever truck in the middle there is kind of like halfway to being a warthog from Halo. Could just be the AI mucking up, but it's a nice little Warzone sort of touch, you know. You got glowing-eyed Trump. Of course, usual like Nux and so on. Flamethrower reference. Tony Signs. That's gold. You got the Biden sniffing. Muscular Doge. I'm not entirely sure what this is in reference to. It's been too long since I. You got the Epstein files, you know. Oh, they don't exist anymore. Oh yeah, really? You got the pulsing, space battles. And that's a reference to when he tried to, you know, send his heart out, and he just did a gesture in a weird way, which is when you actually look at like hundreds of other people and more politically minded figures as well who have done the same pose and they don't get picked up, and it's just, yeah, it's the insanity that went around it is more than anything. Bop, 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 beat, yeah, on the beat. I mean, obviously this is rougher than this newer stuff, but I mean that's partly down to him being newer at it and Brock not being quite as refined as it is. But even then, it's still amazing quality. Lots of groundwork for things that followed on. But yeah, I mean, it's earlier one. There's less going on to really pull apart. But I mean, it's fantastically edited. Usually just jump cuts. I tend to try and do blur cuts and like transition. That's just, and even then, I don't always. Personally, here, where I just cut, because it was a fire scene into a fire scene, I might have been tempted to do like a fire wipe across the screen to try and connect the images better. But he's actually wanting to separate them out. Optimus knows kung fu, trust we all ascend through Elon's thrust. mean, that's part that scene there with the robot. A bit of AI artifact in there because it looks almost at first that he's running in the opposite direction and then kind of swings around. I've had that happen more than once when trying to create people moving in a direction. I had one occasion where a character is walking backwards but moving forwards, and their head faces the opposite direction. I'm like, how the hell did you manage that?
Shores, tunnels hum like sacred veins, human dreams and solar chains. He's late again, but time.
So there's a running theme as like a warm color to most of it, and then you get like a changing over to like a green and gold. It's like that's really cold. It goes warm in the colors for the most part. Lots of red, and then it goes softer again, and it goes to gold and red. It's like it's going up and down a scale of rainbow as it goes through. I don't know if that's intentional or just how, as he was going through it, just ended up doing that. But yeah, I really am trying to figure out how to do some of this stuff. Yeah, pretty great. Yeah, but yes, this is Breathing Elon's Musk. Been out for a couple of months now on Skybrow's channel. Give him a good follow. I'm DepthsWalker. I'm putting out my own AI animated music videos. Nowhere near as good as this, but I'm trying. Yeah, and I hope you'll stick around and see some of those. I'll see you next time. Bye.